Hey, everybody. Welcome today to a very, well, they're all special. All of the live streams are special. And I get so excited when we get to come, when I get to come and present a new library or a new idea, or to share something that I've learned. And the past couple of weeks, I've been so um, really getting into ways to use this brand new, well, it's not brand new, it's brand new to me, and that is Unify for from Plugin Guru, and I've got it up here. And it's I've kind of watched some of the live streams, and you can follow. You can follow Plugin Guru's channel, and John is just an absolute genius when it comes to programming patches. Something about John that you might not know is that he was one of the early pioneers in developing patch libraries for some of the most iconic hardware synths back in the 80s for Korg and different Roland and different synth manufacturers. So he's got a tremendous amount of experience developing patches. And what Unify does, it just it just kind of blows your mind when you start thinking about it. And so what Unify is, it basically is a plugin for plugins. And it was like if Christopher Nolan could have developed a plugin, Unify would be the closest, because you can actually have unifies within unifies within unifies. So dreams within dreams within dreams. So you can just go to so many different places. And I'm going to share with you a couple of things that I've discovered. And so with, let's see. Let me see here what we can do. So with with the Spitfire Audio BBCSO, the Discover is an amazing way to get started with some of the Spitfire libraries. And so at $49, or to fill out a survey, you can get what's basically a BBCSO light version, just a very cool starter. And then you can actually get it for free if you fill out this survey here. But what John has done, he has given us an opportunity to get like a sneak peek at, here's the website, and I'm going to have all the links in the description. So he has given us an opportunity to, get a taste of the BBCSO Discover living inside Unify, and there's links for the patches there. And what is so amazing is that with Unify, it is so accessible. You don't have to go through a bunch of hoops to get things going. I've got it right here in Cakewalk, and I'm going to pull it over here. The GUI is very, once you understand it, it's very powerful because you work with different layers and that type of thing. You have favorites and ways that you can organize your patches, and it's just really cool. So I'm going to have some fun just kind of showing you some initial patches, and then we're going to dive into some things that I've discovered with BBCSO. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just bring this up so we can kind of see what's going on here. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly browse through a couple of presets here. I've been having a lot of fun with these. And you can go to categories. They've done such a good job in bringing out just different ways you can organize these. You go to tags and authors and instruments, but I've created a list of favorites as I was going. And one of the fun things is these Bpm splits. So I'm just going to pull up just a couple of these, and you'll notice they just load so quickly, load so fast, and because they're not going for a lot of bells and whistles with the interface. They've made an interface, they made an engine that is so efficient that it just loads everything. So here we go. I'm just gonna mess around. This is the BPM split from Berlin with Love, and it's using the MIDI box, it's using all of these different MIDI files and things to generate these patterns. And so and it just pulls you right in. Pull that into your sequence. You know, you can record this and it'll play it back. So we've got a Guru sampler here, 1, 2, 3 Guru samplers, a DX type of synth, and I guess the Guru samplers are doing the drum patterns. So we've got, look at all of those layers, and then you've got an OBXD synth, and you double click on that, and that'll open that up. Play with this thing. Yeah, let me get to another one because we could just ride that all day long. Thanks guys for joining me, and this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, and we're gonna have fun today. So this is the happy life dance, and when I first the crazy thing is when I pull up titles and things and I hear it, it just instantly accesses all of the crazy stuff, all the music that's stored up here. It's so fun. So listen to this. Okay, so yeah, that's the happy life dance, and then you've got the filters. Let me pull up the macro knobs, and let me just see this, because you've got so much control. They give you these macro knobs that you can assign to so many different parameters. I'm going to refresh my my view here. Let me load this. Okay, yeah, so here's the macro knobs, and you see that, yeah, let me close that and open that again. I'm just using that windowing. So here we go. Yeah, the macro knobs just pop right up there. So the mod wheel is assigned, and then with the SL88, I've got this joystick, and I found out that it's assigned to like filter cutoffs and things. So so here we go. Yeah, and that's instantly what popped into my mind. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. And I saw my first Christmas decorations at Lowe's today. It's just fun. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, now this was another one that that really was so far out. I guess we can still say far out. But let me just pull this over here. And thanks everybody for joining me. I get real excited real quick. It doesn't take much to get me excited. So I told my wife, I said, honey, it's just going to be a short program today, and yeah, I'm gonna stretch that out, and it's resizable. Everything is resizable, and it just makes it so good. Okay, so I'm gonna click the hearts, and that's gonna list all of my favorites that I picked out. So I'm gonna load the Thrill of the Dance. Now I'm going to mute. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is how it comes out. This is how the Thrill of the Dance preset just comes out of the box. And I just love how you can just play simply, and there's so much going on. Yeah. Okay, now I started playing in C when I first pulled this up, and it instantly reminded me of a song. But I did not have the synth that I wanted. So I went ahead and created another preset. But all I did was load up the OBXD, and I just loaded the OBXD and dance brass. And watch what happens when I added this in. Um, Here we go. And you can sing along, you know. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your cares behind. 'Cause if you don't dance and everyone does it, no friend of mine. You can dance. Everybody look at your hands. But that's what triggered that. And then that synth is just like. Then I can open up that filter. Yeah, to get kind of a breakdown, I'm gonna open those knobs back up here. Yeah. S, 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 A, 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 F, 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 F. Yeah, and just having that, you can just open that up. Yeah, for the breakdown. Yeah, that's just amazing. It's so amazing. It's so much fun. Autobahn Techno, and this is just the BPM splits, and this is all included in the. I think there's over 500 presets and instruments that come with the Unify standard. Yeah. Just nothing but loading it up, and it's just instantly. And I can reach over here. That is so cool. Okay. So now let's get into what brought us here. Man, it's amazing. This is great. Okay, so the BBCSO, there was when this first came out, it was something that was just so inspiring for me to hear, to be able to have an entire orchestra just right there. And a dear friend of mine, they reached out and blessed us with a copy. And when I say us, I mean just what we're doing. My wife and the cat and everybody. There's just so much stuff going on. And so, but with Discover, I'm just going to load up the Discover String Ensemble. Now, this is included in the presets. Now, I'm going to show you later on what I've done with this. And so it's loaded up here. Let me pull this other screen back up so we can have a better look. Let's see. Yeah. So we can do this. So you guys can kind of see a little better. And see look at that resizing. And I think there's some video artifacts coming on my side because I'm running so much, I'm streaming and doing all that stuff. So I'm going to stretch this back out. Yeah, so you touch it and there it goes. Okay, so with this is the string ensemble. And with the string ensemble, we can look and see that we've got several instances. We've got several instances of BBCSO Discover. Okay, so when we double click on this, it's going to bring up the Discover interface. And so what they've done with this preset is that they've went and added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got basses, cello, violas, violin 2, and violin 1. So this is how this sounds. Because BBCSO is not multi-timbral, so you've got to have a host like this. It pulls it all together. You've got the modulation wheel that will control those dynamics. I'm going to pull up the violin one here, and we can see a little bit better what's happening. And that's one thing that I've just been learning more and more about, is how the BBC, well, the Spitfire instruments in general, use the modulation for the dynamics, and I've got the expression, my expression pedal mapped to CC11. And being able to have the entire string section just across the keyboard is a game changer, really, when you're working with this. And when you pull up the macro knobs, you have the expression mapped, reverb, and the releases. You have those mapped, and then you can go further and map those to another controller. If you have, like, I have a nano controller here. You have individual levels for the basses. They have these mapped to these macro knobs. And I'm going to click here, and I'll let you see what's going on. You have link parameters that you can pull up, and you can add other parameters inside that will expose the plugin parameters, and they can all be controlled by the macro controller. And you can set limits and the shape of the curve, how that's going to affect that. So it is just such a powerful concept, powerful concept. And so I've got the full version of BBCSO. So this is what is really amazing. So I'm just going to pull up one example. I'm just going to pull up violins 2. So because I have the full version of BBCSO, I've got BBCSO Pro. Now, with the latest update, you have what they call fast mode switching, and I can go up here to mode, and right now it's set to discover. I can drop that down, and now you see I can either select Pro, Core, or Discover. So watch what happens. I'm going to click Core. Now, that switches it to Core. Now, what you get with the Core and the Pro, you get so many more layers, dynamic layers and round robins, and so, yeah, it's crazy. So this is what I did. I said, well, let's create a pro version of the string ensemble. And so that's what I've got pulled up here. So I'm going to just click this, and it's going to load the string ensemble, the same string ensemble, but instead of using the Discover, it's going to use the Pro. It's going to use the Pro. So you can see it all loads in here, and here is the Pro, the basses. And because they're sampled in place and the ranges are set, you don't have to worry a whole lot about overlapping, because it's just already done for you. So let's see, this is the cello, and right now they're set to longs, but you can link the key switches, and if you had the ensembles, you can literally create a patch that will link the key switches to change their articulation. So I'm going to pull up the violin one so you can see as we listen to this. It's amazing. Wow. Thanks, guys, for watching. And I'm trying to keep up with the chat. So if you don't get a shout out, I just give a general shout out to everybody and saying thank you. I'm trying to just check this out here. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I've kind of been corresponding with John a little bit. Now listen to that. As soon as I hit it, I'm going to just adjust my expression pedal, but listen to this. And you got that dynamic. That just fades between all the different dynamic layers. Trying to see how many voices I have. Oh my gosh. Okay, so wow. So right now, just this one, I'm using over like a gig or so of memory, almost 2 gigs of memory. So with the Discover, you're going to consume a lot less memory. And one of the things is I've got extra articulations loaded. I've got the spiccato and the pizzicato and the tremolo, and you can go through and you can delete those articulations. That's incredible. Yeah, I would say most users would really be able to get by with the core version. The only thing that you're not going to have is the boatload of mic positions. But okay, wow. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I'm going to reset these filters and just select my favorites here so I can see. Okay, now we've got full orchestra. Now I'm going to load the full orchestra here, and this is going to show you some more of the power behind this. And you can see it's taking a little longer time. But look at this now. We've got string ensemble, which is a Unify within a Unify. So when we double click this, it brings up another window of Unify, and you've got the whole string section loaded here. So let me see, I don't have, yeah, this is the Discover. So this is the orchestra, the full orchestra using the string ensemble, brass, and woodwinds. And you come down here to the macro knobs, you've got string volume, brass volume, so you can blend and mix. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's try something here. Sometimes I want to go up with my buffers just for a second. And one of the things that I'm finding out is that OBS is really, really bad on sharing cycles with. Okay, so I'm going to just move my buffers up. Yeah, I'm at 48K at 128. So let's move it to. Let's move it up. Okay, let's move it up to 192. Yeah, OBS Studio is really. And it's good to see Shane on the chat. Yeah. And you see how beautiful that is when you have all these things layered. And you can just go ahead and now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and assign. I'm going to MIDI learn the string volume. I'm going to MIDI learn the brass volume. I'm going to MIDI learn the woodwinds. See how that? And that just gives you another level of expression. Now, this is just using Discover, and you can just still, you're not sacrificing the richness of the BBCSO sound. Yeah. And now what now this is the next step, or the next the next level. And let me just look at some of the, just see what you guys are doing a lot of talking, and I'm just really checking things out. I might have to go back and look. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. So much going on. Okay, now this is a I'm gonna just see something here. Yeah. Okay, so this is really cool. So since I MIDI learned the macro knobs earlier, it remembers it when I go to the preset, because it's learning right to the Unify, and it's not independent of the patch. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and MIDI learn the piano, and might as well go ahead and learn the global volume. Cool. Now, what I understand about the piano, I'm going to pull up the Guru sampler, and that's where the piano is. I think it's from like Shane, you could clarify this. It's like from Spitfire, like one of the piano book, the Steinway, the church Steinway. And this is included in the package. Now, Unify Standard is not very big as far as storage that you need, which I'm really surprised. Now you hear how nice that piano is? Now I'm just going to bring up some strings. You can blend these in and out. Yeah, isn't that nice? And it just sounds great. Oh yeah. Yeah, the BBCSO Pro is pretty big because of all the mic positions. It's just huge, but you can purge some of those. But if you get BBCSO Pro, you get the core. But I tell you, most of you guys probably would, yeah, go with the core, and then okay, be able to see something here. Okay, so there's the woodwind ensemble, string ensemble. Okay, now look at this. Now watch what happens here. If you watch some of my originals, the first experiment with Unify was with the intimate strings, and because I loved how the intimate strings really did. So this is the string ensemble, but instead of the longs, I went for the long flautando. In these, and this is the BBCSO. Yeah, let's see. And this is the string ensemble. And that's the flautando from okay, so let me see. I've got something else. Okay, let's see something here. Okay, here we go. Let's see. And then I can do tags and different things to kind of help keep me organized. Well, there are round robins. Let's see something. So when we go back to the BBCSO page, okay, so we can actually see here some of the differences. So there are 42 instruments in core, 8 round robins in core, one signal. So you get the stereo mix. You've got up to 3 dynamic layers. You've got legatos. You don't have the leaders in the core, and you don't have the techniques editor, but it's 23 gigs. Now, Discover is about 200 megabytes. Yeah. So Round Robin's core has 8, and it has the same as Professional. So you've got 20 mic positions in Professional, and you've got the stereo, the single stereo out, and the Pro is about 600 gigabytes. Wow. Yeah, because of all the mic positions. So when I got the BBCSO Pro, I went ahead and got it on the SSD. So that's what it's running off of, is the Spitfire SSD. So that's cool. Okay, so I want to see. Oh, okay. Now watch this. This is where things are going to get real interesting here. So this is the Discover strings. So that's the Discover strings, and I think I still have the, let's see. Oh, no, wait a second here. Let's do this. I'm going to mute these. Okay, so now I went ahead and added the originals intimate strings. So I'm going to solo this. Let me solo this in Unify so you can just hear. Yeah, here we go. So these are just the intimate strings. That's just the intimate strings. And then, so when you have this now layered on top of the BBCSO Discover strings, listen to what happens with the texture. It just adds a different layer of texture to this. And you see when I move the, all of these are linked together. So all the expressions are linked together. All of the dynamics are linked together. Now let me turn off the intimate strings so you can kind of hear a difference. But what that does, it just brings another layer. See, let me just see. Now let's turn that on. It just adds another harmonic layer. And then I thought, why stop there? So I go ahead and I load up an instance of the Garriton Concert Grand, and let's just take a listen with all of these together. Now this is amazing. I've got Concert Grand Originals, and then you've got all of these 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got all of these different layers going on, all these different versions of Unify, all these instances going in together. amazing love. How can it be that thou, my God, shouldst die for me? Ah. Unbelievable. To have those layers like that, just pull that. And this is the thing, you can do so much with this. You can do so much with this because I used to have the Korg the Korg 01WFD, if you can remember that, way back in the day. And it allowed you to, it had this finale patch. And so you had all of these orchestral things, and then you slam down the bottom of the keyboard and you had the timpani and the crash cymbal. We could go in and actually add some layers. And when you look at the, these here, you have routings and inputs. So if I had another keyboard, I can put another little controller up here. I can actually route something to the nano control. I mean, the nano key, to, like, especially when we're in the BPM splits, to do that. It's just you can map that, and you can. That's how I did with the dance thing with the OBXD, because I just wanted the melody up here, so I could split the key. You could do velocity, crossfading as well. So it's just amazing. So what really amazed me with this is the fact of having that dynamic switching. Yeah, and that flautando on the intimate strings. Now let me just mute the okay, I'm just going to solo. See, that's the thing. You can just go right there and solo this. And that's just the intimate strings, and the intimate strings are $29 for this. And to me, it's just like instant inspiration in a way, because, and if you've got any questions, I'll do my best to answer those. Yeah, it just, and the Kronos is a beast as well. It's incredible. And you know, I've really surprised, and maybe not really surprised that much, but how beautiful the Discover is. Let's see, what did I do? Okay, yeah, I muted the wrong thing. So I'm going to go back down. See how fast it is to work with. It kind of freaks you out a little bit when you first see the interface. But once you get used to it, it's really cool. So when you're using the BBCSO and the BBCSO Discover, make sure you use the VST, the VST2, not the VST3, because these presets are using the VST2. But I just love that flexibility. And then the brass ensemble, I'm just going to load some more up here. So everything you load up in a preset, you can modify and save as your own. And And I love the simplicity of the Discover interface. And there's nothing wrong with that sound at all. Well, I use Unify in my DAW as a VST. It's like one VST to rule them all. And the other cool thing is that it also comes in a standalone version, so you can save your presets and that type of thing, your performances to Unify, and just use Unify as your VST host. So it's a hosting standalone, and then it runs inside your DAW as a VST as well. And if you're on a Mac, it can run. It can run on your Mac as well. Yeah. And I can't wait to get some more info on, what they can do with some more of these patches. So, and I like that. I like the fact that yeah, you can mix trumpet, French horns, trombone. And bass trombone. Yeah, lots of fun. Let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, so that's just what I was so excited about, is to be able to just throw that. Yeah, I'm just going to load that back in. Plus piano. Okay, yeah, so I called mine Discover Plus because that's. Now this is just the Spitfire piano, and their sampler. Now let me show you how easy it is to add a layer. So I'm gonna add that intimate strings back in. So I'm going to add an empty instrument layer, and it goes to a default sine wave player. I'm going to click here. I'm going to swap it with the Spitfire Audio. Oh, well, let's try a couple of things. So I'm going to go ahead and load intimate strings, and we'll do the long flautando. Yeah. Now I'm going to put a felt. Let's just put one of the felt pianos there. So I'm going to add another instrument layer. That's what gets it the power, is just the ease of layering stuff. Let's just load the cinematic soft piano, and yeah, here's the cinematic soft piano. I'm just gonna mute that or solo it so we can kind of hear that by itself. Okay, it's loading some stuff. Okay, so what are we doing here? Okay, we're still loading, yeah. Now this is the cinematic soft piano. And then now we can unmute the, well, I'm gonna solo it. We're gonna solo that. So we've got the cinematic soft piano and the intimate strings layered now. Yeah. Let's do the long flautando. And then we can blend that together a little bit. That's the pan. Let's bring the okay, here's the volume here. Yeah, there we go. That's the master. You just get that power and layering. Okay, that's what happened. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now this is the cinematic soft piano layered with the original string, intimate strings. Now look, watch this. So I'm going to layer it with their piano. Now this is their piano that comes with it. Yeah, splits, layers, velocity splits, velocity layers. Okay, so let me just show you how to do that. Might as well. Yeah, so right here, you see 0 to 127. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring the bottom number for the grand piano, I'm gonna bring it up to about 80. Now, I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to bring this down to like 80, 83. Okay, so now what happens is when I play soft, it's playing the cinematic piano here. But now watch, I can lay into it. Now I'm just going to turn the mic off, and I'm going to play soft into hard, and listen to what happens. Did you hear it transition? I'm going to increase the volume of the piano here, the grand piano. Yeah, so, and then you can overlap the velocities too. So I can bring this bottom number down. It just gives another dimension to that piano. Yeah. And then let me just see how many voices we have in this cinematic soft piano. Sometimes the voice settings, yeah, 256. Sometimes the voice settings, matter when you've got different layers going on. But to be able to layer two different pianos like that, interesting. It's amazing. Well, if you're just joining us, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, and I'm just really glad to be able to share with you all today. It's just so fun. And if it's your first time, go ahead and subscribe and click on those notifications. And we are just discovering more about Unify and how it can integrate with so many of your plugins, and especially the Spitfire Audio BBCSO and BBCSO Discover. As well as the originals. It's just, we can just go on and on and on. Okay, well, what I'll do, I'm just going to check. Just going to check through some of the chats. If you've got a question, just go ahead and just let me know. But I'm just so amazed at how powerful Unify is, and we're just scratching the very surface on what we can do here. So I'm just going to go to categories, and let's just check out some other. Let's just do keys and see. Okay, I'm going to reset these, and we'll go to keys. And oh wow, okay, wow, okay. So we've got a bass split. So let's just take a listen to that. Okay, so that's like a deep synth bass. Okay, the round, let's see, let's check the round bass. Okay, that's kind of cool. Now, this is the Steinway that we're talking about. This is the Acoustic Church Steinway, and you can look at the notes, and this is coming from, let's just see. Let me just zoom in on this a little bit, and I can read to you exactly what we're looking at. Okay. Yeah, this is from Piano Book and Spitfire, and yeah, so they included this, the Church Steinway. Yeah. So this is just the first patch that John created with that. And that's a nice sounding piano. Exactly, just for the patches that are here, is just. So we've got a layer here. Wow. Yeah, and John has also created a ton of patches for Omnisphere. Very nice. Okay, so an acoustic intimate. Unify is $79, and I'm telling you, it is a tremendous tremendous value. That's nice. Yeah, the price and what it can do is just crazy. Okay. And we got, yeah, let's see. We've got like a clavinet. So you got the sampler and a couple of these DX, the Dext, and this is like an FM, it's like an FM synth, and then this comes free. Free with the package there. Got a resonant, wow. I mean, look at this. There was just so much going on. This is John's water piano. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, warmth. Now let's see here. Okay. The modulation will change the filter. Just really fat and rich. Ooh, Steinway Brighter Symphony. Okay, yeah. So we've got like chamber strings. Wow. Okay, Sunday organ. Piano pad. Oh, wow. Yeah, John, there's doing that synthesia. Very nice. Breath of fresh air. And just look at how fast these load. I mean, there's... just a little gritty. Okay, so I'm gonna reset this and, okay, let's just check a couple of the guitars. Yeah, it's incredible. They've got, I guess, MIDI box, jitterbox, and now poly. Man, polybox. See, that's amazing. So we've got an acoustic. Very nice. And those reverbs sound very, very nice. So... yeah, incredible. Okay, let's go to, let's just check out some of the grooves. Okay, so I've just have one. Yeah, that you can send these things, and that you can send these things out to multiple outputs and multiple MIDI tracks is what is really cool. It gives you so much flexibility. So the keyboard splits. Yeah. And you can get additional patch presets or patch packages like Cloud City and different ones. Oh my goodness. That's just crazy. Okay. Man, just listen to how fat that is. Okay. Okay, let's just check out a couple more. And again, thanks guys for joining me today. It's just a lot of fun. I love being able to share new things and share what share what I discover. Just to share what I discover is just so fun. Okay. Yeah, so this is just like some OBX D and synth, some crazy synth things. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to load up the let's see if I can find it again. And Shane, yeah, Shane is just an incredible coder. I mean, just to be able to bring this all together like this, and for everything to just run so smoothly. Yeah, you can see that just pulling the Garriton back up, and so it's loading the loading those patches again. Okay, let's see. So what do I have here? Okay, yeah, the intimate strings are soloed here. I'm just going to unmute those. Just to give you an idea of how powerful and beautiful this Unify can just bring so much to the experience of playing and layering and experiencing these libraries. So I want to thank everybody for joining me today as we, excuse me, as we've taken this really amazing and fun journey with Unify and BBCSO and some other fun things. And just thank you so much. And again, please subscribe and click on notifications. And if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below, because it's just so much fun to be able to share with you guys. And And if I learn some new things, if I find some new experiences, you know, you guys are going to be the first to share those. And Shane, I hope your dinner was great. And thanks so much for the work that you're doing with John to bring us just really, you know, another groundbreaking development in how we can use these instruments. They're so powerful, and then just to take them to another level. You guys are just doing that, and we just so appreciate it. It's inspiring. It just is inspiring. So inspiring. Wow. So until next time, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, and wow. And we'll see you. We'll see you next time. Here we go. We'll see you real soon.